Hello, my name is Shivani and I'm going to take you through a 20-minute yoga flow to help you improve mobility, flexibility, and strength. Let's get started here in child's pose. So coming down onto the knees, bring the knees wide, big toes together, sit the hips back onto the heels, reach the hands away from you, and rest the forehead on the mat. Take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. Land on your mat. Set an intention to be present through this practice. Keeping your awareness guided into the body and the breath. For the next 20 minutes, nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. On your next inhale, come on up to tabletop position. We'll take some cat-cows here. Inhale, open through the chest, let the tailbone rise, belly button drop. Exhale, hug in, touch chin to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug in. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug in. This time, flip your toes under and hover the knees and hug in here. Downward facing dog, let the hips come high. Good, in this down dog, just pedaling out the heels. Let's get this clipped properly, there we go. So pedaling out the heels, bending the knees. Now let the heels come over to the right side. Allow the left side of the body to stretch open. You can look under the left arm. Come back to center. Let the heels come over to the left side. Right side body opens. Look under the right arm. Come back to center. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Ragdoll. Feet hips width apart. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Let the head hang heavy. Chest resting on the thighs. Release the head, neck. Sway here side to side. Slowly release your bind. Heel toe, big toes to touch. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up, extended mountain. Bring the hands onto the low back. Open the chest. Tip the back open. Baby back. Exhale, come back to center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank to low plank. Modify by dropping onto your knees. Chaturanga, keep the elbows close to the body. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog for cobra, allowing the belly to rest on the mat. Lightweight in the hands, squeeze through the backside of the body. Upward facing dog, straighten the arms. Hover the hips and the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flip the toes under, hips come high. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, half or step. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in, breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, extended mountain. Fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward, feet to hands. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Weight is rolling back into the heels. Slight tuck of the tail. So instead of leaning the tailbone out, scoop it under. Arms can come out into a cactus or heart center. Spread the fingers, or the toes wide, fingers wide. Straighten the legs, fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Hips squaring towards the front of the mat. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back. Optional three-leg chaturanga. Keep the right foot floating. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Square the hips forward. Arms reaching up. Stack front knee over ankle. Vinyasa. Hands come down to the mat. Step it back. Flow through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Straighten the legs, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, humble warrior. Interlace fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders open. Fold into the inner thigh. Let the hands fall overhead. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, cartwheel hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back and flow through. Meet me back in your downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, warrior one. Humble warrior, interlace fingers behind the back. Exhale as you fold through the inner thigh. Inhale, rise back up. Open warrior two. Reach forward, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Come back through to center. Side angle. Extending one or both arms. Rise back up. Exhale, cartwheel hands down to the mat. Flow left foot back. Flow through. Come back to downward facing dog. Gaze forward, feet to hands. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, right heel high, three-leg down dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, heel high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Modified side plank, dropping the right knee down, left hand comes high. Or fallen triangle, send that right foot through. Plant both hands down. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, bend the knee. Flex the foot, open the hip. Come back through to center. Step the right foot all the way through. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Hands come to heart center. Reach the chest forward. Twist to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Option to open the arms. Option to add a bind. Half bind or full bind. Release your bind. Open Skandasana. Low lunge with the back of your mat. Inhale, rise back up. Triangle pose, front heel in line with back arch. Shift forward and tip down. Half moon, start to shift your weight forward. Float the left leg. Square left side of the body over the right. If it's available, take a bind. Bend the left foot. Bind the left foot. Exhale, release. Star pose, face the side of your mat. Wide leg forward fold, let the toes come in, heels out. Hinge at the hips. Hands come down to the mat. If it's available to you, you can take a twist, a bind, or an inversion. You're taking an inversion. Head comes down to the mat, float the legs up. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, come back to your wide leg forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands come to the hips. Spin the toes to face towards the front of the room. Pyramid pose. Fold over the front leg. Revolved pyramid. Right hand lifts. Dragonfly twist, left hand stays down to the mat. Come into a low lunge twist. Side plank or side plank with a bind. If you want to take the bind, grab your right big toes with your right hand. Kick up. Release wild thing. Let that right foot come over to the left side with the hips. Open the chest. Come back through to center, vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, the heel high, knee to forehead. Inhale, heel high, knee to right elbow. Open, side plank or fallen triangle. Plant both hands down, inhale, left heel high. Exhale, step all the way through, crescent lunge. Rise up onto the toe of your back foot. Hands come to heart center, reach the chest forward, twist to the left. Press the hands together. Look over the left shoulder. Option to open the arms. Take a half bind or a full bind. Release Skandasana, low lunge at the back of your mat. So you're going to bend into the right knee. Extend the left leg long. Rise back up. Set up for your triangle, front heel in line with back arch. Shift forward and tip down. Half moon, float the right leg. Stack right side of the body over left. If a bind is part of your practice, bend the right knee, catch the foot, and kick back. Release, start pose, goddess. Bend the knees for filming purpose. I'm going to flip sides. Bend the knees, toes come wide, arms out to goal post. Good. We're going to pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the heels, sink lower. If you need to shorten your stance, that's okay. Rise all the way up. Star, come back to goddess. Add a twist. Hands come to the tops of the thighs. Drop the right shoulder in. Look over the left. Switch. Right shoulder opens. Look over the right side. Come back to center. Rise up. Hands come onto the hips. Spin the face towards the front of the room, front of the mat. So the left foot is leading. Hinge at the hips, pyramid pose. revolved pyramid, left hand lifts. See here if you can find a flat back, lengthening from the crown of the head to the seat. Dragonfly twist, come into that low lunge twist. Left hand stays lifted. Side plank, or side plank with a bind. If you'd like to take that bind, grab your left big toe with your peace fingers, float the foot, expand. Wild thing, or flip dog. Let the left foot come over to the right side. Press through the hips, open the chest. Option to cactus that left arm. Come back through to center. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Malasana. Come into a low yogi squat here. You can pry side to side, shifting, working through the hip, knee, and ankle. Let the tailbone drop as the chest lifts. Crow pose. Plant the hands. Allow the knees to come onto the triceps. Lift one toe and then the other. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the feet. Malasana. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Heel toe, feet together, chair pose. Hands come to heart center, twist to the right. Let that left elbow come to the outer edge of the right knee. Option to open the arms, take a bind, or an arm balance for side crow. Bring the hands onto the right side of your mat. The knees are supported by the left tricep. Keep the knees stacked. Find chaturanga arms, and then split the legs open. Release. Fingers to toes. Separate the feet hips width apart. Grab the big toes, let the elbows come wide. Anchor yourself down. Come back to your chair pose. Sit the hips low. Hands come to heart center. Twist to the left. Open the arms. Options to take a bind or an arm balance. For side crow, arms now come onto the left side of the mat, supporting the legs with the right elbow and tricep. Split the legs, release. Palms to feet. Slide the hands under the feet, walk the toes up to the wrist crease. Good. Release tension through the wrist. Release the hands. Halfway lift. Hands come to low back. Interlace the fingers. Fold. Fold with a bind. Rinse the shoulders. Release the bind. Start to roll up one vertebra at a time. Good. Standing balance. Eagle. Bouncing on the left leg, right leg over, right arm under. Sit the hips low, lift the elbows. Start to bring elbows to knee. Airplane, expand, float the right leg behind you. Arms by your sides, up dog through the chest. Standing leg raise, sweep the right leg forward. Take a bind to either the right knee or the right foot. Kick forward and then open out to the side. Gaze follows left fingertips. Dancing Shiva, turn this into a twist, either catching right knee with left hand or right foot with left hand. Right arm opens up to the back wall. Gaze over the fingertips. Good, release. We're gonna come right into dancer. take a bind with your right foot, kick back, reach forward. Let it go. Make circles with the left ankle. Switch sides. Eagle, cross the left leg over, left arm under. Sit the hips low. Good. Start to bring elbows to knee. Float the left leg back, airplane. Imagine creating a capital T shape here. Hip points squared to the mat. Standing leg raise, sweep the left leg forward. Take a bind to the knee or the big toe and open out to the side. Gaze over right fingertips. Dancing Shiva. Opposite hand to left leg. Left arm comes back behind you, gaze follows. Dancer. Take your bind, kick back, reach forward. Release. Roll out the right ankle. Nice. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Come onto your belly. Set up for locust pose. Arms by your sides, palms face down. As you inhale, lift up. So press the pelvis and the belly into the mat. Squeeze the backside of the body. Lift the legs, the arms, chest. Back side of the neck is long. Gaze is to the front edge of your mat. Squeeze. Exhale, release. Rest on your right cheek. Inhale, lift up, go up. This time option to level up. Take a bind behind the back, behind the head, or reach the arms in front of you. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest on the left cheek. Floor bow, bend the knees. Take a bind around the ankle. Inhale, lift up. So kick the feet back. Lift up onto the soft part of your belly and your pelvis. Exhale, release, roll over to your right side. Chest opener. Come back to center. One more round. Floor bow. Kick back, lift up. Let the gaze lift. Exhale, release. Come onto the left side. Come back to center. Windshield wiper those legs side to side. Sphinx pose. Set the palms down, forearms, elbows stacked right under the shoulders. Press through the tops of the feet as you anchor back in towards the center line. Puppy pose, shift the hips back to stack over the knees. Lengthen through the lats under the arms. Thread the needle, bring the right arm under. Rest on the right side of your head. Switch. Left arm comes under. Rest on the left side of the head. Switch. Come back to your puppy. Walk the hands back up. Stand on the knees. Hands come to low back. Camel. Reach the chest back as the hips come forward. Hands can land on the heels. Create that floor bow shape or a bridge shape. Release child's pose or rabbit pose. For rabbit, you're bringing the forehead down to the mat, top of the head down. Hands reaching for the heels, shift the hips forward. Release. One more round of camel here. Bringing hips forward, chest opens. Child's pose. Sit the hips back. Reach forward. Step the right foot forward. Come to the outer edge of your mat, lizard pose. So take a moment here to really shift the hips forward. Allow that right knee and foot to open out to the edge. Drop down onto the hands. Option to come onto the forearms. Rise back up. Take a twist or a bind. Reach. Right arm back. For the bind, catch the top of the left foot. Look over the shoulder. Release. Half split or full split. Sit the hips back. Come back forward. Step right knee back. Left foot comes up. Lizard on the left side. Again, shift the hips forward as you let that left knee open up to the side. Option to come down here onto the forearms. Rise back up. Bind or twist. Reach back with the left hand to take a bind. Bend the right knee. Catch the top of the foot and then look over the left shoulder. Release here, half split. Shift the hips back. Fold over that left leg. Come back to the top of the mat. Tabletop. Bring both knees to stack over hips, hands under shoulders. Inhale, cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat pose. Let's take a couple cat cows here. Good, come all the way back. Onto your seat. And roll back here. Spinal massage. Good. Plant the feet. Lift the hips, roll the shoulders under, bridge pose. Press the pinky edge of your arm into the mat. You can interlace the fingers here. Stay or come into your wheel pose. Arms come the sides, the ears press into the hands as you lift the hips. Squeeze the glutes, open through the front side of the body. Release. Slowly come back down, one vertebra at a time. Bring the feet to the width of your mat. Allow the knees to move here side to side. Good. Figure 4, cross right ankle over left. Hug the knee in. Twist. Let the right side roll over to the left. Capus the arms and look out over the right side. Come back to center. Switch. Figure 4, left leg crossing over now. Hug the knee in. Twist. Let the legs roll over to the left side. Look out. Let the legs roll over to the right side. Look out over the left. Come back to center. Shoulder stand. Roll the hips up into the air. Plow. Let the tops of the feet come behind the head. Arms out like railroad tracks. Ear pressure pose. Knees come beside the ears. Slowly roll back down, one vertebra at a time. Keep those arms out. Set yourself up for a fish pose here. So hands are right under the glutes. Lift up onto the elbows. Let the chin and the chest open as the head falls back. Release, come all the way down. Final pose, happy baby. You can rock here side to side, open the arms, open the legs. Take any other movements your body needs here. And then find your final pose, Shavasana. Stay in this Shavasana as long as you like. The video will end here. If you'd like to keep practicing, I encourage you to stay in Shavasana or a active meditation for the next 5 minutes. I hope you have a great day.